Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Dear College Students. For today, I want to talk to y'all about how to stay positive during trying times because I know, especially with the world that we live in, there can be a lot of negativity. We've had COVID that's been happening, so we've been in a pandemic for the past, I believe, 2 years now. And sometimes life just does not work out the way that you want it to work out. And sometimes it sucks. It does. But I believe that we do have to remember that there's always going to be a light at the end of the tunnel, whether we want to believe it or not. Because life is hard. I'm learning that the older and older that I get, like this thing called life does not get easier whatsoever. But it's all about how you adapt to it. You know, if you constantly have a negative mindset, then guess what? More than likely, you're going to keep getting negative results. But if you start to have more of an optimistic and more of a positive mindset, then you'll probably start getting those results. And a lot of that comes from not the outside or your outside appearance, but from deep within yourself. So, what do I mean by that? Sometimes we have to learn to put our ego aside and really sit with ourselves in complete silence with our thoughts, no distractions, and really tell ourselves that we are truly blessed. Like, even with all the negativity, your life isn't working out how you want it to work out, you're still blessed. Because whether we want to believe it or not, the life that we have or the situation that we might be in, and I'll give you an example. You might be in college right now, but you are very stressed about your final exam coming up, right? And you're like, I can't do this. Why did I take this class? This class is so annoying. The professor is horrible, XYZ. But I guarantee someone across this world wishes that they would be stressing about a final exam versus other things that may be going on in their life. So it really shows that we shouldn't take anything for granted and just thank whatever deity that you may believe in for the life that you have, because life is beautiful. I remember one time, and this really changed my perspective on a lot of things, and it's when I was working as a CNA, and it was one of my favorite residents. Always took care of them, and I remember one day we were talking, and they told me, they said, Savante, I wish that I had the ability to give myself a shower. He said that he wished that he had the ability to give himself a shower. So sometimes, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, sometimes I'm guilty of this too. We sit and we complain so much because things aren't working out the way we want them to work out. But some people just wish that they could walk, that they could talk, that they could see, that they could hear, that they could give them their own selves a shower. That's some deep stuff, man. So once I really stepped back and looked at the bigger picture, I realized that my life is good. Like, I'm living a good life. And I really shouldn't be complaining because things aren't working out the way that I want them to work out. And that is where we mess up. Because think about what I just said. Things aren't working out the way that I want them to work out. And a lot of that is ego driven and ego based. Once you learn to remove I and look at the bigger picture, everything will work out how it's supposed to work out. Especially if you believe in the universe and a higher deity, whatever it is that you believe in, everything happens the way that it's supposed to happen. That even goes back to the law of human nature. Everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. So, in order to continue to stay positive, I would say step back and look at the bigger picture and realize that you are a blessing. You are a gift to this earth, whether you want to believe it or not. You are a gift. And number two, realize that you're blessed, man. Like, you truly are blessed. And a lot of that's just stepping out of your ego. And if you want to maintain positivity and keep that positivity going, you have to make sure that you're monitoring your energy at all times. I tell all my friends, because I am a changed person now, that I protect my peace at all costs, whatever that means. If you got to cut off people, if you got to stop associating yourself with certain groups, you have to maintain your peace. And watch, once you maintain your peace, you'll see how positive that your life will start to become. And a lot of that just comes from our own thoughts, the thoughts that we think. Because what we manifest inside of here, inside of this thing between our two ears, we can bring it into fruition on the outside. So you have to make sure that you're monitoring your thoughts and also make sure that you're monitoring the people that you surround yourselves with, because that can contribute to a lot of your successes and a lot of your failures based upon the groups that you associate with. With that being said, I hope y'all have a fantastic Friday. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see y'all on another episode, Dear College Students.